From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Morreale and Hitch.
Hey, and welcome to the Morreale and Hitch podcast, brought to you by David Butko Incorporated. I'm Mike Morreale. This is Rob Hitchcock. Robbie, this is the third time trying to start this show because I had bad internet. And every time I say the same things, we got screwed over today. No guest.
Again.
Second. No guest. Apparently same guy.
Same guy.
And this is a guy I really like. I really like this guy. He's like me. He's got the same initial, not the same initials, but I'm MM. This guy is the same letter back to back.
Yeah.
We'll let people
I don't know if we should
out.
say it because we should just crush him when he comes on. If he ever does.
Yeah,
because we could talk about him like we didn't have anyone 2 weeks ago. We talked for 48, 50 minutes. I don't know how we talked that much.
Our best show ever.
I just heard from Butko that when we didn't have him on, when we talked, they said it was still the best show on Audio Network. I think it's the only show on Audio Network.
Oh my God, the other shows must really suck. I thought we were the worst show.
I think Butko said that it's the best show on recapping the week with the Ticats because they like our perspective on it. So that was the three people like that. So I think it was a good. And then his room, I looked at his room beforehand because he had his camera on. And for those of you who can't see, Butko's in a house, or not in a basement, but he's in a room in his house.
Yeah.
And
in his underwear.
He had the lamp bent to one side last week. Now it's bent forward. So it's a little different this week. It's a little bit different. And then he's got his keyboard. Yeah, he's got.
What does this guy do? Butko.
Yeah, look, see it bent this way now. Look, it's bent the other way.
Different. Yeah. Oh, but you know what he's got there? Yeah, he's got the Glade little the air freshener, the one you turn a little bit and the gel on the inside. Look at that. Yeah. Wow.
Good hair.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Well, Rob, we got another week in the books. We got what do we have since next week? Since last week we spoke. Do we have a game in between? I can't even keep track of the days.
I don't think we do. They played Thursday night. Did we do it Friday? No, I don't remember. We did it Friday. We did. So we already talked about them. They had the big win.
That's right. That's right.
But some things changed over the weekend in terms of a little bit of shuffling with Toronto being 3-3 and Hamilton 2-5, Montreal 2-5.
2-5, yeah.
1-6. Ottawa's only 2 games out of first place, and they're in last.
It's crazy. Yes. But they got their first win. Ottawa got their first win in like 19 home games. It was
a nice win. I watched that. But what I like about this week is because Hamilton has Toronto, they're going to knock each other off, of course. But we have Montreal playing Winnipeg tonight. So
that'll be big.
I mean, Montreal's good, but Winnipeg's on a roll, so I think they're going to crush them. So they're going to go down, and Hamilton could really be a 4-point swing right here, right?
That's big.
Edmonton's 2-5, Saskatchewan 4-4, Calgary 5-2, BC 5-1, and Winnipeg 8-0. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Winnipeg must have a bye week coming up if they played 8 games already. They must have something coming up soon. They must.
And then I did the pregame last week before with Bubs and Fantus, and I didn't have any. The question was okay this week. I didn't remember bro or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I thought he played for Hamilton, but that was kind of funny. But they asked about the tandem in quarterbacks, and I want to get your thoughts on it. But mine are like at first. Schultz, he comes in, he gives him a different look. I like that.
Schultz or Schultz?
Gives Evans.
Schultz or Schultz?
Schultz probably, but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. SCH, doesn't matter. I think he just gives a different look, right? So when you bring in that tandem quarterbacks, I never liked tandem quarterbacks. I know quarterbacks don't like it, even though if they'll say, oh, we don't mind it. But one of them wants to start the whole game. But I think Evans needs to be off, and having... for him to be off 2-3 plays, just having a look at what's going on the offense, and that's my opinion. I think it's actually working out for the best right now for them because the last couple of games they've done it, and he's played a lot, and I think he's doing well. Both of them are.
I don't disagree with them doing that now. I disagree with the concept in general because you need to have a clear number one. So what this tells me is there's no clear number one, or there's a clear one, and that's obviously Dane, but they're not 100% all in on Dane, because if they were, Dane would play every snap of every game. I mean, Danny Mac was not going to rotate with Cody Ledbetter. Now, let's just face it, it was never going to happen. You rotate your guys that are giving you something but not giving you everything. So maybe the combination of two gives you everything different ways. But as a receiver, as an offensive lineman, even as that second quarterback, whether they're in or out, whatever it is, and that's a lot. Like everything's timing, everything's communication, everything is, reaction based on just time spent, practicing, et cetera, et cetera. So it's working. I'm glad it's working. I would rather them have a defined number one quarterback that they play and start every second of every game. That to me is just the consistency, at least from my perspective, at least when we play. That's what I like.
Dane hasn't really gone out for more than a couple plays at a time. Right.
There's a little, so it's not a true, you're not shuttling guys in.
Dane is the number one. For sure he is the number one, of course, but when he had those 8 fumbles in 2 games or 3 games, you need to come out and you need to see a little different look and just give him a break to come back and check himself out. But I think it's working, and teams could, I don't know if defenses see him coming in. There's only a set plays that he has, right? So
I don't know.
Who knows? They got to dig deep, but I'm looking forward to it. To see if they could be there in Toronto. There's going to be about 2,800 fans there, and they'll all be Hamilton fans in Toronto. It's ridiculous. I know we talk about it almost every second week or so. It's embarrassing to the league. At least put dummies in the stands. Put something like BC does on the top. They put like a
the curtain.
Like a big Put a curtain, because the way they angle for the camera it doesn't show the field where the benches are. The bench side has maybe 5,000 or 6,000 people in it. The other side's got like 1,500. It looks like it's a high school game. It's bad.
And they shoot that game, like when TSN shoots that game, they know they're trying to keep, like even on a punt, they're not going to show you the whole, like they don't want to give you everything, because let's face it, if you're at home watching that game and there's nobody in the stands, you're saying, well, why would I ever go to a game? Or if I go to a game, I'll just buy the cheapest ticket possible and sit wherever the hell I want. Those are the things, even, in my position, what we do, it's like strategically you have to be smart. You have to make the game intimate, and it's hard to make it intimate when there's not enough fans to do it, right? Hamilton's done a great job. Hamilton's one of the classes of the league. They've been, to your point, there'll be more people from Hamilton probably at the Argos game than there will be from Toronto, which is sad.
It is. It's a Saturday night game, I think. Saturday night game, so they're going to be taking the GO train down, and look out.
Yeah. Now I don't know when the exhibition starts. That might start soon, so that may add a little bit more traffic to the. I don't know who's going to come to the game, but I think the C&E start. What the hell do I know? I can't make sense of it. But the other day, so I guess they are doing, and I'm the first so far, but I'm sure you'll be on the list. They're doing like an alumni feature on alumni from the Ticats that have gone on. So I got the call from Dave the other day, and he's like, listen, we're thinking to come to your Honey Badger game, which was on July 31st on Sunday, with a camera, follow you around, and just you do your thing. So they did that, and at the same time, I guess the CFL is doing a piece on Simone. So Simone was at the game as well, and they announced him, and he had some kids there from the community, which is really cool. It was a great game. So anyway, but my point is, I walk in there, and the Ticat audio guys, they got their nice little camera set up, nice. In walks Simone. His camera is 14 times bigger than my camera. The guy's got to wear a harness to carry it around. And I'm like, what? I get this camera and Simone gets that camera? What the hell is going on? We joked about it, Simone and I. We had a good laugh. But so the CFL, I think, is doing a piece on Simone. He was at the game. That was great. We had a couple other NBA guys there. Dylan Brooks, Canadian guy, plays for the Grizzlies, plays with Ja Morant. And the biggest human I have ever seen in my life. I don't know if you saw my Instagram. I don't even know if you have Instagram. But I took a picture. I wonder if I could I'll show it here. I took a picture with Taco Fall. Do you know what Taco Fall is? Taco Fall plays for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
He's
7'5".
7'5". You want to see what I looked like beside Taco Fall? I look like I like a kid. I don't know if you guys can see that there.
Oh, go to the you're right. Other way. Sorry, left. Yeah. Oh my! You're not even on his shoulder.
Not on his shoulder. Look at the size of his hand. Can you see his hand? His hand would cover my whole head. This guy
Big hands, big hands.
Big gloves. Big hands, big gloves.
Big gloves.
So anyways.
He can stand there and dunk it.
Easily. Just above the rim.
Yeah. I seen I think he was Florida State. No.
He was.
Florida State.
Florida
he went.
State. That's the same guy.
Yeah. See, I remember watching him in the NCAA.
Like,
See, I remember that.
An anomaly. Like, the guy is a giant. So I guess he's in town, or was in town for Caravana. And then his buddy that he played at Florida State with, A.J. Davis, who happens to be Antonio Davis, who was a former Raptors son. They played together. So he was there, which is kind of cool. But I said, I got to take a picture with you. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The kids went crazy, eh?
Speaking of
yelling his name, Taco.
Speaking of pictures.
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh, that's awesome. So my buddy Futter, who's like 6'6", 300. We're golfing like last year, and I saw this guy in the parking lot. Look at this guy.
Who's that beast?
You see? So my buddy in the blue is 6'6". The other guy was golfing. I said, did you ever play football? He's like, I played for Windsor for a couple of years. I'm like, what's your name? I forget his name. I don't know. He's golfing. He's got like size 17, 18 feet. And the guy has these clubs and they're extensions. It's like a whole grip. He's got like a Shambo's clubs.
God.
They're all like 80 inches tall. The guy was a beast. And my buddy Futter's a big guy. Man. And he looked like a little man beside him. I was laughing. I said, I got to take a picture of this. I've never seen someone bigger than him.
What a beast.
Oh, man.
What a beast. So what's next? What's going on?
So I have to tell you, my son had, who's turning 16 in September, had his club championships on the weekend.
Yep. How'd that go?
Yeah, so they played Saturday, Sunday, Monday they played. And so I walked with him for the first 9 holes, like kind of caddied for him a little bit, but I didn't want to make him nervous or whatever, but he's not. He shoots high 70s, mid 70s to low 80s all the time.
Where will he hit from? Like the whites or the blues?
Blues. No,
what?
Blues. Dude, he's hitting it 30, 40 yards past me. Yeah, he's hitting it 280, 275, 290. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And what's he honestly got? What's he weigh? 145 pounds?
Probably 140, 150, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, killing it.
Wow.
So anyway, I walk with him. And I hit a double on number 4. He was getting mad, and I'm sort of in his ear a little bit, right? And I shouldn't be because I'm like, because I want to say something. I said you're hurrying, you're too quick, blah blah blah. Then we get to number 8, par 5, and he hits his ball, smashes it. He's like 225 out downhill, little creek in the front, and he's like, I'm gonna hit my 5-iron. I get there all the time. I said, no, this is a 3-day tournament. Hit your pitching wedge. Hit it to the bottom because it's a big down, and then over, and you're on in 3. At least get yourself a birdie shot. He goes, Dad, I can get there. I said, I know you can, but just be smart. He hits his pitching wedge about 165, puts it in the creek, takes a double bogey, and says, Dad, you got to leave after 9. So I said, Dad, I'm sorry.
He didn't win the championship, I'm guessing. No,
it was a downfall. He shot 82 the first day. He was in second place, and then he blew up for 2 days. He called me the next day. He's never shot over a 90. He shot 92 and 92 or 94 and 92 for the next 2 days. He's never shot over an 85 in this last year. So he said he basically forgot
pressure, buddy.
Forgot how to hit a ball.
Pressure.
I think that's what it was.
Hey, it's his first time being in like a tournament.
No, he was in it last year too. He was in it last year, but he was with the younger guys. But there were 17 of them this year, in the 15 and 16-year-olds. And anyway, so long story short, he's pretty upset. So he's at the club working it out right now.
And you're never allowed back to caddy again.
No, it wasn't my fault. It kind of was. I should have made him go. If he would have went for it and got it on the green, he would have been set. But one of those things. It's a learning curve.
Oh, buddy, learning curve for you too. That's what happens.
I told him he needed a beer just to calm the nerves down. But he's 15, so I couldn't drink one. How about you? What's going on?
Basically getting ready for our championship weekend. It's Thursday, so we've got our
Edmonton.
No, it's in Ottawa. It's in Ottawa this year,
okay.
So we're pretty pumped about that. So the beauty of Ottawa, as you know, and CFL fans know, like the arena. Actually, maybe CFL fans don't realize this, but the arena, the hockey arena / basketball arena, is underneath the one side of the stands. I think it's the south side, and so it's a cool little venue, but that area there, which I believe is the best sports and entertainment precinct in the country, that Lansdowne Park with the bars and restaurants, and gyms, and you got the stadium.
Market, right?
They got it. No, that's the Bywood Market is downtown. This is the one that they rebuilt when they rebuilt the stadium.
Yeah.
So we got a whole bunch of stuff going on, and concerts and shows, and 3-on-3 tournaments, and of course our semifinals and finals and all that stuff. So I'm getting ramped up for that. But we got our playing games tonight. We've got our quarterfinal matchups on Saturday night, Sunday, and then off to Ottawa for the semis and finals.
And are these finals are all over right now until Ottawa? Like, are they playing in different cities until they go to Ottawa?
Yeah, they're playing. They're out west. Okay. Saskatoon tonight and Fraser Valley, and then on for the quarterfinals it'll be in Guelph. Although it's a Niagara home game, they came in second, but the summer games are going on in Niagara, so Meridians can't get into it. Yeah. And then the other host is Scarborough. So first-year team, Scarborough's got the quarterfinal hosting, and that place is wild. When you go
How
to
are they doing this year?
It's good. Ended up in what were they? Third or fourth? And so they're hosting a playoff game. I think fourth, hosting a playoff game, and what a cool environment. Scarborough is like a, it's one of those places. It's Toronto, but it's got its own identity. So you go there, it's like you're in a whole different world, man. It's pretty cool, and you got every kind of celeb and fan and everybody in attendance. It's a cool vibe. So we'll see if Drake pulls up.
Nice.
This he came a couple games already, and I don't know if you saw this. Drake ended up wearing a Scarborough jersey and merch on his last video that just came out the other day, which was like insanity. So things are moving.
I saw that LeBron was in Toronto at some bar last week on TikTok.
Caravana.
Yeah, he was there.
You and I got to go to Caravana. How about we do this show next year from Caravana?
Yeah, we should. I'd do
it. You would look good in those feathers. We'll put you in that outfit with the feathers.
Yeah. No underwear on.
Nice and hot.
Nice and hot. No gitch. Oh,
I'm telling you, I've never been to Caravana because we were always playing right during the summertime. No. And
how about the last 18 years?
Well, that's what I mean. I forgot about those years. Just never went. I think I got a hookup now. Jamal McGlure, who is former NBA All-Star, former Kentucky star, who is a Scarborough boy. He's kind of like the ringleader of Caravana. He's the man. So I got to get a hookup. I got to get a hookup with Jamal. There's another guy who's like 7'2", which is crazy.
Get a hookup in a nice bar that we can go to, and we'll sit in a nice area and get it all hooked up.
Let's do it.
Least you can do.
It is the least I can do.
Or Vegas.
We should go to Vegas. We can do a remote show from Vegas.
I would like
Absolutely.
that. We should.
Absolutely. I think based on the amount we get paid, that they should fly us out to Vegas, at least give us the time.
Do you remember when you won a little bit of cash and you brought me to the one bar there? I don't know. It was the middle of the day and there wasn't really anyone there, and you said we got to try this shot. It was Louis the 13th. Remember?
I don't remember. Did we do that?
Yeah, you said you wanted to buy it because it was $300 a shot.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yes.
So this guy, he goes around the corner, he pours this stuff, and we come back and I take a sip. And it
tastes like Louis the 10th.
Garbage. Tastes like it was Louis the 9th. He didn't get it. So the guy took it back because I think he went around. He saw us. He went around the corner, give us the fake stuff. I said, "This doesn't taste right." So he actually went back and then poured it in front of us. Right. And what a difference in taste!
See? And even though we didn't even know if it was right or wrong, we've never had it before, but we knew.
I just said it tasted like gas.
This tastes like garbage.
Tastes like gas. Yeah, it was. I remember you bought that for me.
Yeah, listen, I like to take care of my buddies.
Yeah.
Speaking of buddies, what's Butko up to? Oh, he's asleep
broken lamp.
Hey, keyboard. Butko. So, can you listen? Not a lot of people know about you, David. We talk about you often. Can you let everybody know what you do, not just for this show, but what you do for the TiCat Audio Network? This is probably going to be the highest rating show once you start talking. Oh my God, for sure. Yes.
So
Can you please speak closer to your microphone, David? Please speak. Thank you.
Why, you can't hear me?
Can't hear you.
Not loud enough?
Not loud enough, David.
There's nothing I can do.
You'll have to yell. You'll have to mix this for yourself after the fact.
Well, I overwatch all the podcasts that are made on the Ticats Audio Network. I work during the games, making highlights for the halftime refresh, and just stand by and edit anything that needs to be done.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this video? You do video as well?
I do video editing and audio editing. That's my job. I know you like to call me a producer, but I'm not that
I'm
qualified.
trying to give you some love. I'm trying to give you some love, and you're like telling us you're not qualified. We know that. But I'm still trying to pump your tires so that if somebody heard this, they'd be like, oh, that Morreale and Hitch podcast is so good. We need that producer. And that would be you. Yeah. But you just ruined that because now they'll listen to it and know that you're just an AV guy.
So we can't even call you a producer anymore. No. Just the audio guy. Yeah. Just the audio guy. You're the audio guy.
Yeah. Maybe video.
You think people listen to this show?
Oh God, no.
I don't know. You tell us. you said we were the best show on the network, so it must be.
Someone commented on YouTube saying you're the highlight of the Ticats Audio Network, and that was when you didn't have a guest. That was the last episode.
That's understood.
That was my son that did that.
It's probably our relatives. That's probably our relatives. It's funny. I don't know about you, Rob. My mom and dad listen to this show. I'm sure a bunch of I know my brother secretly does. I don't know. They must have nothing going on.
No, I don't think my brothers.
I don't even listen to it.
My brothers don't even know I'm doing this show. I got a lot of guys in my hockey on the Pens Hockey Club. Shout out to the Pens Hockey Club.
Pens got a good shout out, eh? They get lots of shout outs. Yeah,
they do. They're good. They're good. These guys. You got to meet them, Mitzi. You got to meet them.
I will. So, Bucko, what's up for you the rest of the week? You're going to take this show. You're going to package it up. What's your turnaround time on today's show so the fans know?
Once it's done, probably about 2 to 3 hours, depending on... I mean, we're on Riverside.
So do you think we'll hear this today?
Yeah.
Is this out today or is this out tomorrow?
It'll be out today.
Wow.
Today.
He works past 5.
Wow.
Perfect.
So everything we talk about, Hitch, today is actually today. That's good to know. See, we'd never been told that before.
No.
It could have been that easy.
Well, sometimes
we
record earlier in the week and it's got to be released on Wednesday, but when you guys make up your schedule you do now, we just kind of...
Well, you gotta release something on a Wednesday.
Well, even Cadeau the other day says, "Hey, we want to nail down your schedule for the remainder." I said, "Are you kidding me? I can't give you a schedule. I don't know what I'm doing day to day. How the heck we're going to choose what I'm doing the next 2 months?"
No, we can't do it. We don't know what we're doing. We don't.
So, Bucko, the rest of your day is doing some AV stuff, getting this thing packaged up, ready to go. And the other thing that's new, and maybe you can let people know, are we getting a new logo? There's been a logo created for the Morreale and Hitch podcast.
Yep. It's got little funny
I noticed that the pictures, Rob's hair is a lot darker in this picture. Have you seen now black hair, which is good for you. Yeah, it's a lot different. I think it was the picture. The pictures that they used were from when you and I had our return right on the field Labor Day 2007 reunion, like when we came back that same season we got released. Remember they did like a little commemorative little booklet, and I think the faces are from
that's
that.
Right. Yeah, because you had the eye black. Yeah, and that's when you talked on CBC for the 14 minutes and gave me 1 minute to talk. Thank you, fans. Okay, gotta go. Bye. We already talked about this a year ago, but
you talk about this all the time. You're still hurting you. I know.
It's still crushing me because Leslie Stewart said, "Mike, you go first because we're gonna let Rob talk at the end." And you end up talking and talking and talking, and they even extended the halftime for us. And there was like minute and 20 left, and Leslie's like, "Okay, that's enough." And then, "Okay, turn over to Rob." "Okay, well, I just want to thank the fans." "Okay, gone."
Oh, you got me on the one up though, because you had your chance to speak when you went up in the Wall of Honor. See, what goes around comes around. So you got that. That's true. You got that. That was all you.
You should have introduced me and just talked about yourself.
I know. It would have been great. I would have grabbed that mic. It would have been awesome. Half the people wouldn't even have known it was you or I anyways. I told you last time we were on, I got stopped in Vancouver, people thinking I was you. Yeah. I got stopped in Edmonton, people thinking I was you. I just go along with it.
Yeah, well, you have to. At the last game, I told you, I walked right through. "Hey, Mike, got my 42 jersey on." "Hey, Mike, how are you?" "Yeah, good." You guys are unreal.
Oh, man. Good times. Okay, Bunko, I think that's probably just about enough of you. We're just kind of checking in. I don't even know if you're on camera, off camera. Like, I can see you, Rob can see you, but
Yeah, he's not
other
on.
people can't.
He's on mute. It's even
Oh,
better. So,
it is.
Mitzi, so again, just kind of recapping, I'm really hoping these guys can beat Toronto and put on a good show this week, just to get tied in first and have some momentum going into the next 3 out of the 5 games are with Toronto anyway. So
Yeah, and Labor Day, right? Let's get geared up for Labor Day.
You're going, right?
We haven't revealed anything, but yes, I will be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there too. So I'm hopefully
Yeah.
I want to hit a couple of them. I want to go to Toronto, but I don't want to be one of the 1,800 fans. So, and I don't want to pay for a ticket. They don't offer us tickets.
You don't want to pay
They don't
for
offer
tickets.
us. Mitchell, Matt, they should get us down there, bring us down there, give us our tickets, get us in a box. Like that's what they need to do.
Speaking of that, though, you remember when they invited you and I to Montreal with the fans?
Yeah.
Remember we went down? We had a nice time.
Remember on the
We went on
train,
the train.
the stirring.
Oh, the good old days, buddy. Oh,
Can I
the
see your
good
drink?
old
You want it stirred? Okay, I'll stir it up for you. You know what we should do? We got to bring it up. If Matt, you're listening to this, we need to do a Montreal trip.
This. He can't.
He says he
listen to
does.
this.
You know what? He gets someone to listen to it for him, and then just gives them the points. 100%. I think we need to. I think we need to go on a trip.
Yeah.
Ottawa, or I don't know if they're going back there, or if,
Can't we take the
sure
podcast on the road? Let's take the podcast on the road. It's a podcast.
We
can
got
do it anyway.
we got to get Pete or to Godot and Peter to see if we can make that happen.
So what needs to happen is the Ticats need to start winning some games, get back on track, and then all the rest of the games are going to be meaningful, and then we can join them and support them and have some fun.
I don't want to join them in like end of October when it's cold though.
No,
I don't like that.
It's
got to be nice and
post Labor Day maybe. Post Labor Day.
Yeah, not too much. Yeah, September's still nice, so we'll have to do that. Okay, we'll get that straight. We'll have to get that straight.
And then Grey Cup this year.
Yeah.
Grey Cup is in Saskatchewan this year.
Yeah.
I was there the last time I was there. It was an excellent time. I haven't even thought about going to Grey Cup this year. When's the last Grey Cup you've been to? Oh, last year you went. Last year in Hamilton.
Last year.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't remember. Toronto?
Yeah, maybe
100th Grey Cup, 8-9 years ago, probably.
Yeah,
I think
boy,
so.
we had some good times, eh?
Oh, yeah.
You got a business call there?
No, just something fell. Something fell. What was I going to say? I had something else to tell you about. Oh, so I've never been to any of the stadiums. Winnipeg, I've never been to Saskatchewan. Been to Ottawa.
Dude.
So I saw Ottawa, but the Winnipeg and Saskatchewan I have not seen. And Calgary needs a facelift. So
Calgary.
one of the two.
Calgary Stadium's horrible.
Pathetic.
It's horrible.
Pathetic.
It's worse than Ivor Win was at the end of the day. Honest to God, it's not good. Tough. It's tough to get fans to a stadium where it just it doesn't feel good. Like it's not comfortable. The sound's off. The video board sucks or whatever it is. But Hamilton done a great job. Winnipeg, excellent facilities. Saskatchewan, unreal.
Yeah,
when you see Saskatchewan, it's like, where did this come from? It's like, Regina is flat as flat can be, and then all of a sudden there's this like big dome looking thing. It looks like a spaceship, and it's incredible, man. Yeah. You go inside there, you'd think you're in a NFL stadium, but it's like a condensed version. Just the way that the stands go up and the way it looks and feels. I mean, it is well done.
Well, like we said, the players that have it made now with Winnipeg, because Winnipeg had a dump when we played. Saskatchewan was a dump when we played. Hamilton was our home, and we loved it.
Yeah, we loved it, but it was a dump.
I wouldn't say it wasn't a dump. The change rooms were dump.
The visitor rooms were bad.
Remember, they used to put I think our city guys would plug the drains, and then the guys would be showering after the game, and they couldn't shower because it was up to their ankles and the poots and everything in there. They hated coming to Hamilton, and I love that place.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so even Ottawa was dumpy. Montreal's got an awesome stadium. McGill is awesome, but I'm sure they've cleaned it up. They put some boxes in there since we played, but dump, just everything leaking under the stands. Like, man, we had some tough times, but man, we loved it. That's what got us through, I think.
I don't know if you remember in Regina when they were the only field that had the turf, but they had sand in the turf. They didn't have like the rubber pellets and all that other shit.
No,
but
sand.
They crowned the
AstroTurf.
field. There's AstroTurf, but they crowned the field. And you're not supposed to crown the field with the sand because then the sand just washes away. So over time, the field would just lean to one side, like the blades wouldn't stand up. It was horrible.
Yeah,
it was horrible. Like
it was me when remember you. It sounded like there was when you landed on it and when you're running, it sounded like there was plywood underneath.
Oh, it's awful
because it sounded a little.
Yeah, actually, you know what the worst was? Skydome. Skydome turf was horrible.
Well, because they had the steel underneath for the pitching mount.
Yeah,
all the steel. You go under top of the steel. That was fun. I want to see you in grade 9.
Who was that?
That's me
you?
In grade 9. Look at that.
So, give me the story. You were 24 in high school. What's the 42? Because you couldn't get 24?
I was 24 in high school and I was 24 in college and university. And when I came up to Hamilton, some running back had it and I asked if I could take it. He said no. So I said, fine. I took 24 backwards 42. And
who's the cheeseburger that had 24 that probably never played a game after that?
I don't know, but then Ron Williams came and got it a couple years later.
Well, he's not a cheeseburger.
I could have got it, right? Like a year later, this guy was cut, but I didn't end up.
At that time,
said, no,
you already earned the 42. That looked better on you, anyways.
And I liked Ronnie a lot.
Yes,
I kind of idled him. I liked the way he played the game. So.
Oh, he's good too.
But yeah.
Well, what do you want to do? You want to wrap this thing up? It's been like 31 minutes.
Yeah. Today's a show that it's tough when this guy just doesn't show up. Like we're all excited.
Like the last, we've had Hacker and Marwan and Tiggs
Moffler.
and Joe and Darren and then Danny. And then previous to that, going back before it was an official thing, we had Belly and who the hell
it's got to get Gregor in that.
Oh, Gregor, that's right. Absolutely.
It's got to get worse, though, now. You'd figure like the guys that are coming up now.
No?
It's got to be worse. We had some caliber. We had some good caliber. We should get a female on.
Why don't we get a female on? We should.
Well, we don't know who's coming on, so we should throw that out.
Surprise.
Yeah.
We're always open to surprises. What the surprise we don't like is when there's supposed to be a guest and the guest doesn't show up. That's the surprise we don't really like.
Well, I know you're gonna have some time in the next couple of weeks, but maybe at the end of August we'll go hit a golf ball.
Absolutely,
we'll get some guys. We'll do that.
Let's do it.
We got to do that.
I think that's it. That's how we sign off. Let's play some golf in a couple of weeks, buddy. You're busy. I'm busy. Ticat's got some winning to do, and I'll see you at the very latest, hopefully on Labor Day, but before that on this thing, because that's how I see you. So, but golf sounds good.
That's it.
Let's do it. All right. Well, I got to sign off now.
Your daughter's birthday, September 28th, I remember.
Oh, well, once every 13, 14 years, it's nice to remember.
That's okay. I owe her about $2,000.
All
give
good,
it to her
buddy.
Over. I'll text her. All right, bro.
All good. Listen, this is Mike Morreale. That's Rob Hitchcock. David Butko's in his underwear in his basement. This is the Morreale and Hitch podcast right here on the Ticats Audio Network. Have a great day.
That's another episode of Morreale and Hitch on the Ticats Audio Network. Have a question or a comment for them? Email us at manh@ticats.ca. That's MANDH@ticats.ca.